Hi, my name is Ben Peck, and I'm here with my son Matthew. And today we're going to show you how to charge a LiPo battery with the Thunder Dual Power AC680 charger. This charger is about 50 bucks from hobbyparts.com. That's hobbyparts with a Z, hobbyparts.com. And it's a great little charger. I've made recommendations to several of my friends to get this charger, and so hopefully if they watch this video they'll understand how to use this thing. So first of all, you plug it in. I've used this charger several times, but I can still go through all the setup menus that you'll need. The red button will get you back to the main menu and will cycle through all the possible options. So just keep hitting that red button until you get to User Set Program. From here, we're going to hit the green button, Enter, and we're going to do all the initial setup. This you really only need to do one time. So don't touch that. LiPo. Don't touch the check time. Don't touch the nickel metal hydride sensitivity or NiCad sensitivity. USB temperature select. This you'll have to hit Enter on, and it probably comes default with USB, but we want to set it to temperature cutoff. Hit Enter, and we're going to choose an appropriate temperature. Right now it's set to 20 degrees Celsius. I got my little chart over here. 20 degrees Celsius is equivalent to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, which is good because the battery right now is probably something like 12 degrees Celsius, around 55 degrees Fahrenheit. And while the battery is charging, we don't want the temperature to change. So if it does go up, we want the charger to automatically cut off. So that's good. Waste time, leave that. We do enough wasting time, don't we? Yeah. Safety timer. Make sure that's set to on. And I would say 80 minutes is a good time. A 5,000 milliamp battery takes about an hour to charge. So if it goes any more than 80 minutes, it'll automatically turn off, just as an extra safety precaution. Capacity cutoff. Again, you want to make sure that's on and set to something appropriate. So I have it set to 5,500 milliamps for a 5,000 milliamp battery. So if it does overcharge the battery, it'll cut off before it gets too high. Leave all the key beeps and the buzzers alone. Input power, leave that at the default, 10 volts. And then we're back to where we started. Leave that alone. So we can hit the red button to get back to the main menu, and now it's set up for use. The only thing you'll have to do occasionally is go back and reset that temperature. So you want that to be just a little bit warmer than the battery. So we're in the middle of winter in my basement, 55 degrees. In the middle of summer, you might have the battery at 90 degrees, which is just the ambient temperature. So you'd want to set this to something like 95 or 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is all in Celsius, so you'll have to figure out the conversion on your own. So let's go through to LiPo battery. That's what we want to do. We want to charge a LiPo. And I almost always do LiPo balance. The buttons here, the backwards and forwards, will let you do all the various options that the charger can do. I always use balance. And I have my 2-cell battery here, and I want the batteries to remain balanced. So,
excuse me?
Yes?
What do you use the bag for?
Aha! The bag is where we will put the battery while it's charging in the event that it gets overcharged and lights on fire. We don't want the fire to spread, so we put it in the bag to contain the fire. But this charger should hopefully prevent fires because it has a temperature monitor. So that's the first thing we're going to plug in, is the temperature monitor. It goes in the side over here where it says external temperature USB. I never use the USB function. You can plug this into a computer too. Never tried that. On this side, we plug in the balance port adapter and the power plug. Now you'll notice that I'm using a Dean's compatible connector. This did not come with it. I had to solder this on myself. All of my batteries and speed controls and everything used Dean's adapters. It didn't come with a Dean's adapter, but I had extras that I had ordered. Solder them on. Okay, there's my battery with the balance port plugged in. So I need to plug in the power. I need to plug in the balance port. And then there's the temperature gauge. This is a rubber band, which I got from some asparagus at the supermarket. But if you don't have a rubber band, use a piece of electrical tape or whatever. And I just hold it on the battery, like so. There. Now, here's the lipo bag. Put the whole shebang, all this stuff, carefully into the bag. Make sure that nothing comes disconnected. Push it in there. There. Nice and cozy for its charging nap. Okay? So we said lipo balance, hit start to enter, and the first thing that blinks is the amperage. By default, I think this is set very low, but this charger can do 6 amps, and so I can go up and down, and I set it to the maximum, 6 amps. 7.4 volts, we don't want to touch that. That's the charge capacity of a 2S battery, and all we have to do is press and hold the green button, and it just did a battery check, and it says that I have a 2-cell connected. That is correct, so I'm good to go. If it said something other than 2-cell, I'd stop. I'd cancel. It's doing something wrong. So it's all set. Press enter, and there it is. It's charging. Now, it's telling you the charge rate, the current voltage of the battery. When this reaches 8.4, it should turn off. So it will charge at 6 amps until it gets to near the end, and then it'll go down and decrease until it's perfectly balanced. Talking about balancing, I can use these blue buttons to change menus, and I can see the individual voltages of the 2 cells. These should reach, the capacity should be about 4.2 per cell. Okay, I can also hit the left button to go through the various settings, and a nice thing that this will do is tell you the temperature cutoff, 20 degrees, the current temperature, 12 degrees. And back to the main menu. And then we just sit here and wait for an hour for it to finish. It'll beep when it's done, or when it has exceeded the time or the amperage or the temperature. It'll stop all on its own. You should stay with your battery and watch it charge, but I don't. So if it lit on fire, our house would burn down.
No, because of this.
Well, maybe. You should monitor your batteries while they charge. I usually don't. I'm a bad person.
Well, at least we have this.
Yeah. It would contain the fire. But my workbench would probably burn down, and then it would light the rest of the basement on fire, and then the house. That's why we have smoke alarms, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Be safe, and enjoy your batteries. Enjoy your RC car. Say goodbye.
Bye.